I'm an electrical engineer. I see the spark in your eyes. Yeah, never thought of that one, did ya?
Yeah, I did.
Can't use those lines anymore, Harold.
No, I can use it on hers too.
Oh,
see, I used it.
Isn't that so sweet?
Nice. Nice.
But I can't talk if you're right in front of me.
Why? It's my house. I can sit wherever I want.
Morning guys, last day of my trip, Sunday the 7th of Jan, and Harold's birthday today. Yeah, the clubs here in Singapore kick off pretty late. We got there at 12:30. It was still pretty empty, but by 1 o'clock, 1:30, it was pretty happening then. Don't know what to do. What do you think I should do?
Fly your drone.
Yes, I have to fly Mav. That's one thing I have to do. I'm just, you know, packing all my stuff. Life's a mess right now. But I came across like the receipts of the rounds I bought, and check this out. The first round I bought, $76 for one vodka lemonade and 3 Johnny Walker Blacks. What? That's like nearly 20 bucks a drink. That is expensive. No wonder like I have no more cash left. I brought like 400 bucks last night. Just, I wasn't gonna spend it. That was the money I had. Yeah, I have like half of it left just for one night. Guys, we are finally out and having lunch at Satay by the Bay. It's already like 2:30 and my flight later on is at 7:30, so I have to leave here by 5. Not a lot of time on the second day. Spent most of the morning sort of just chillaxing. Yesterday was a pretty big day. Did a lot of things yesterday, all the way from the morning. You know, went to the beach and then, you know, had a big night last night. But now we're at Satay by the Bay, just having lunch. And what are we having, Harold?
Well, he has to get a chicken rice, which is high needs chicken.
High needs chicken. And then after we have lunch, the plan later on, just to kill an hour or so before I have to go, is we're just gonna hang around Marina Bay, go there, and then we're gonna fly our drones. Harold's got the Spark. I've got Mav with me, so we'll just take her up and get a good view of the whole place. So this place is actually part of Gardens by the Bay, which is where those fancy trees that light up at night is, where we watched the show yesterday. And this is like the hawker stall, food court of the whole area, so it's a section of it. And this is where you get all the yummy, yummy cheap food. Or dinner if you're here at night time. Alright guys, we're out and about. This is where we're gonna fly our drone. So I've got Mav and Harold's got his Spike. Yeah. What's your Spike's name? Spiky?
Sparky.
Spiky. And Harold's an electrical engineer, so Spiky's a very suiting name. I'm an electrical engineer. I see the spark in your eyes. Yeah, never thought of that one, did ya?
Yeah, I did. That was good.
Can't use those lines anymore, Harold.
No, I can use it on hers too.
Oh,
see, I used it. I used it on hers.
Isn't that so sweet?
Nice. Nice.
Nothing like a chilled afternoon to go drone flying, and for this guy's birthday as well, on my last day here in Singapore and the last day of my trip. So we'll fly it above this, we'll see Marina Bay, we'll see the trees, we'll see the lake, we'll see that big Ferris wheel thingy over there. So here we go, here's Singapore.
Oh, hey. See how like unstable it is in the wind?
I've actually never like seen a spark fly in front of me before, so this is the first time I'm seeing it. Look how small it is. Mav, spiky. Mav, spiky. Mav, spiky. there you have it. That was Singapore. And for those of you that don't know that big building, that was Marina Bay Sands, and that is where the famous infinity pool is. You know, if I had more time, I would have went up there and, you know, looked at the view from up there and everything else. But the thing is, it's not free to go up there. If you want to go up there, there is like a $30, $35 ticket or something, but it comes with a free drink. So basically, like, yeah, they just make you buy a drink for seeing the view. But the pool itself, you actually have to be staying at that hotel to be in the pool. So you can't even pay for it if you just wanted to swim there like a normal swimming pool. All right, we're just at this dome thing-majig. You could actually hear the person on the other side. It's weird how like the sound travels. So if you can see Harold, there's Harold all the way there on the other side of ears. And then we'll try to listen very carefully and we'll see if we could hear him talk, okay? See if the microphone picks it up.
Can you hear me? Is it louder?
I can actually hear you.
Huh?
Yeah, when you put your ear to this thing, like you can hear you.
Nah, you can't hear it, eh?
Nah, I can hear you.
You know how we were always taking that overpass?
Yeah. Alright. See you, man. See you. Bye. Oh my gosh, I made it, and what a close call that was. That took forever to get to this airport. Took the train all the way, had to switch like 3 trains. Luckily I didn't have to transfer terminals and I was already at the right terminal when I got off the train. I got through everything and it's 15 minutes till boarding time. It was one of those like rush, didn't know if you were gonna make it and you were cutting it really close. And the line back there was so bloody slow. Yeah, lucky I just got through immigration and customs within 5 minutes. So here now walking to the gate. So everything should be alright. And this is only a connecting flight. I'm only going from Singapore to KL. Then I've got an hour and a half to get all my crap again, check in again, and then catch another flight from KL back to Sydney. Oh man. A short 45-minute flight and I've made it back into Malaysia, back into KL airport, and now I have to go through that painful exercise of getting my bag and going through customs and immigration and then checking in again, going to the departures hall and doing all of it again. So my flight tonight is at 11:20. It's 9 o'clock now, so hopefully it doesn't take too long for me to get out of here and check in. Should have a comfortable 2 hours. Ah, Jesus freaking Christ! It's happened again. I did not have checked baggage on my flight from here to Sydney. So I had to pay another 150 ringgit, 50 bucks for my big bag. What the heck? That's what happens, guys. So a tip on your bookings, in your emails, on your itinerary, double check your freaking baggage because they slam you when you get to the airport and you have to pay for it then. So just a quick review of my short stay in Singapore. So it was a nice place. It has obviously its own little bubble like Sydney. Very nice and clean there. You know, you could definitely notice it as soon as you get off the plane. The airport's nice. You get on the train's nice. You get out into the street's clean. You know, all the people there are very respectful. You know, no one's noisy. And yeah, it's actually quite a pleasant place. Like no matter where you go, on the train station, out on the street, even like the hawker stalls or or you know, at night, you know, everyone's well behaved and everything like that. But Singapore is definitely an expensive place. I'd even say only in some aspects it is more expensive than Sydney. Going out is definitely more expensive than Sydney. The drinks are expensive, but you know, public transport is definitely cheaper. Catching Uber and Grab is a way to go around. It's cheap to do that. The trains are cheap, and the big difference is the food. So Singapore obviously has its high roller food, or it's ordinary food, or it's expensive. Sydney has the same thing, but the thing with Singapore is it's street food and hawker food. There's really cheap food down here. You could buy a meal for $3 or $5. However, in Sydney, the street food or fast food is not cheap. There is no meal in Sydney that you could get for $3 or something like that. Everything, even Macca's and fast food and, you know, sushi and little meals, they're all, you know, $8 to $10 still. So, but anyway, I'm gonna munch this down. What did I get? Mi bakso. It's pretty much like meatballs and noodles and soup. So opted the soup option today, so pretty excited. So I'm just gonna munch this down, and afterwards we'll go head out to the gate. Alright guys, looks like that's it. We're finally boarding the flight to Sydney. It's been a short 3 weeks here in Malaysia. I just wanted to say thank you guys for joining me on this little adventure through Malaysia and Singapore. I will do one more vlog when I get back home tomorrow. I'll go through the cost spreadsheet, the breakdown of, you know, what I spent in Malaysia. So if you're interested in that and want to find out, you know, how much things cost, and I'll break it down in detail, you know, food, transport, activities and stuff like that. If you want to find out about that, one more vlog coming up tomorrow. Alright, time to head off.